Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Here we are, day 60.
That's nice.
That is really good, isn't it? Do you remember what I was saying about round numbers?
Yeah.
60 is a good one.
Okay.
Yeah, 60 days.
I can't believe we've been doing it that long.
That is crazy. 120 videos.
Yeah, that's a lot, isn't it?
It's a lot of stuff to watch. So last night we watched Age of Ultron, Avengers. What do you think?
I really like that one.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it?
Really, really like that one.
Yeah, I really like it as
I
well.
want to be the Scarlet Witch.
Yeah.
Surely that's like the best power, no?
It's very strong, isn't it? She's very OP, as the kids say.
OP?
Yeah, OP, overpowered.
Who says that?
Just like gamers and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, any gamers out there.
She's well OP.
She's well OP. I'm trying to think if anyone's like stronger than her. Captain Marvel, maybe.
Captain Marvel is the ultimate superhero.
Yeah, she's pretty.
Surely nothing can defeat Captain Marvel.
Yeah, Marvel's a big universe, so there's probably something out there that we don't know of yet. Do you know what I mean? Because I always look at these like top 10 strongest superheroes, because I'm sad like that. And I think Captain Marvel's always like thereabouts. There's people that are stronger than her, apparently. I guess, I don't know, I guess the next villain we get in the universe maybe is probably going to be pretty strong. But yeah, that was good. I feel like we should talk about something that happened last night. News broke. Frozen musical on Broadway has shut down. They've closed it.
It's the first Broadway musical to close because of coronavirus.
Yeah, they've pulled it.
It's really sad.
It is sad.
I mean, I guess it's the best thing for them to do.
So Lion King and Aladdin, I think they make more money.
Right.
Or are making more money at the moment. So they're like, well, that's the one that's making less money, so they pulled that one.
That's sad.
Yeah, it's really sad. And apparently it's still making money, just because they've lost so much money. Like, Disney as a whole have lost so much money in these last like couple of months.
Gotcha.
Something had to give. Which is a shame, really. And I also think it's a shame because I know that there was a new Elsa, Anna and Hans just gone in. And maybe other people as well, maybe like a new Olaf.
That sucks.
And they literally did like a month, then Broadway went dark. And then they're probably thinking, yeah, well, when we get back, it's going to be fun, I can settle back into the role again. And it's just like, no, it's not happening.
I wonder how many more shows are going to...
That's what people have been saying, because like Frozen and Disney, it's a pretty big franchise, pretty big, like, you know, deep pockets. And there's probably producers out there who are like, oh my God, we're like scraping now. We're scraping by, because they might still have to pay rent on the theatre maybe, because they might be in contract, I don't know, like, and they're not making anything. So yeah, it's scary, because you don't want casualties like that. And also you don't want them, because I'm thinking in a selfish way, as an actor, I'm thinking not for me to be in it, but for the current actors. I feel so bad for them, because I know what it's like. Well, luckily actually, I've never been in a show where they've gone, right, let's end it.
Yeah, you've never had like notice.
Yeah, I've never been given the notice that we're closing in a week or whatever. Coronavirus, I guess, is the closest thing we've come to it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so, because it annoys me a bit, because then I was on Twitter last night, like, refreshing and looking at the news and stuff about it, because loads of people were posting about it. And there's always one knobhead who goes, oh, I think it's time for you to let it go. I'm like, that will never be funny for me. When like people have lost their job or whatever, I'm just thinking, and also it's so unoriginal, which really annoyed me, because then I'd go to another post and some other like goon, some other goon would be like, oh, I think you should let it go. It's like, oh man.
It's like not the time.
Yeah, it's not at all.
Like people have just lost their livelihoods for the foreseeable future.
Yeah, 100%. That's what it annoys me a bit, because it's not like mates just getting together and just putting on a show and hoping you like it.
Just because you don't get musical theatre, you've never been to the theatre, or you just don't care all that much. Like,
but it's an actual job. Like, it's a job, isn't it? So people getting paid, so it sucks a bit for them. But that's scary, because that's like we said, that's the first big casualty. Like obviously Waitress was going to be closing in the West End, but then when coronavirus hit, they were like, well, we're not going to come back. So like Waitress, I guess, was also a casualty, but that was already confirmed it was closing, so I don't know.
I just feel like the longer it goes on for, the more casualties there's going to be.
Yeah. then it's also scary for, I'm guessing, new producers or producers who have shows like in front of them to put on. But they might think, well, there might be the theatre, there might be the space to put it on because of shows closing. But they might think, is it the climate yet? You know, when lockdown finishes.
Yeah, because when lockdown's over, it's not just like theatres that have lost money, it's everyone that's lost money. So what chances that people are going to want to spend their hard-earned money on theatre tickets?
Yeah, exactly. I was thinking before, this was the topic of the day, but then Frozen got in the way. Word, fame. I was thinking about this because fame is a weird one.
Yeah.
Because it's what people, well, not all people, but some people like lust after.
Yeah.
They want to be famous.
Yeah.
It's a big like culture thing in it, fame culture. They'll do anything.
Yeah.
Go on any show, get topless, whatever, just for like followers and whatever.
Yeah.
Because tying into that, I was thinking like the guy who was posting about Let It Go and Frozen forum.
Yeah,
whatever.
he's doing it.
He's doing it for like the followers, and he's doing it for the fame. So, what's your opinions of like people who will do anything to be famous?
I think fame is a byproduct of something you are good at.
Yeah.
If you are really good at what you do and you're the top of your field in what you do, especially in like entertainment, like industries that need an audience in order to survive, like singing and acting and performing and musical theatre and TV and whatever, fame is the byproduct.
Yeah.
Like fame is just a bonus to what you do.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's never good enough just to be like, well, I want to be famous. Well, what for? No, I just want to be famous.
Yeah.
It's like, that's because then you will do anything, and that's when it could go the other way, where you do something bad in order to get that fame because you're just chasing fame, as opposed to gaining fame by doing something that's interesting and worth watching, and or you don't think about fame and you just do what you're good at or what you want to do, and you just happen to become famous because of that, because you were good at doing that.
Yeah, I think that's the only way to like go about it. But you hear all the time people who are like really famous, they hate it. They absolutely hate it. They want to go to the shop and buy like a loaf of bread and a pint of milk, but they can't because they just get hounded. So I guess it's that, isn't it? Like, is fame ever good? Like that level of fame? Then also, can you be too famous? Like, surely people who are looking for fame like that, who are like, I want to be famous, do you think they would be happy at the end when they're like, say they were like global mega stars? I don't think it's good, is it?
No, it's the same way in which people say, oh, I want to be rich. When I have more money, I'll be happier. Money can't buy you happiness. If you're not happy now, that's to do with something to do with you and your life and your connections to people, and it might not be solved by just having a bigger house and a flashier car. Like your life might be easier, but it might not necessarily be happier. I think it's the same with so many things. People say it about like weight loss as well, like oh, when I'm skinnier I'll be happier. It's like, well, no, if you can't find happiness now, what are the chances that just dropping a few pounds is going to make you happier? Because it's not going to change your relationships with the people around you, and it's not going to change your life in that much of a significant way.
And that's why I don't really like these like Love Island shows and stuff like that facilitate that life. Only because I feel like they are not. It's unhealthy.
Well, haven't 3 people commit suicide
this is
as a result?
This is my point, because there's no aftercare. There's no like they like lift them up into this pedestal and like you're this person, and millions of people around the country will watch these guys on TV like flirt and have sex, whatever, and they get really attached to these people. And as soon as it's over, like, right, bye then. Like
well, it's going from like nothing. To the most famous a person can be on the most famous reality TV show there is. So it's also like the extremes that you go to like really must mess with your head, and especially afterwards when you don't have that level of fame and attention anymore. Either you become addicted to it and you just need to keep doing stuff like that, or you like plummet massively, like mental health wise. I'm reading a book at the moment called The Shelf, which is about a reality TV show, but it's like the most horrendous reality TV show that you could possibly imagine, and it kind of like not takes the piss but just shows like the darker side of what that does to people and like the reality of how that can affect someone. It's really good. It's out in July. I'm not sponsored, but I was gifted the copy. But it is really good. Because at first I was like, oh no, am I going to enjoy this? Because I'm not, I don't watch Love Island. I'm not much of a Love Island fan. But I also know that if I watched Love Island, I would be addicted to watching it. And that's kind of how I feel about this book.
Yeah.
Like, I want to know what happens in the next episode of The Shelf. Like, I'm really addicted to it. But I'm more addicted to it because you see like both sides. Basically, it's about this house of women who have been dumped by their partners, i.e. left on the shelf. And they're all in this house together to prove that they're marriage material, which is like a sick idea in of itself. Like, why should any woman have to prove that she's marriage material? Like, that's ridiculous. And they're all like so frustrated at everyone outside of the house because they're like, they know that they don't have anything to prove, but the prize is £1 million. So they're also like, maybe if I just suck it up and get through this, I could be the winner and I could win £1 million. Or is it worth like sticking to my guns and being like, no, and this is weird that no one else can see that this is weird.
Yeah.
It's really good. Didn't Big Brother start off as sort of like a social experiment type thing? But then everyone kind of quickly forgot about the fact that it was a social experiment, and then like the more the seasons went on, it just became entertainment. Which I guess it was always supposed to be entertainment, but people kind of quickly forgot that this is like not a normal environment for humans to be in. Although I guess we're all in Big Brother at the moment with lockdown.
Yeah. I think it originated from the Netherlands, I believe. If that might be wrong, but I think it did. But it's like anything, isn't it? Like, I guess if you film anyone or a group of people for 24 hours a day, and at the end of that day, you've got to make a 45-minute long episode. You could spin anything.
Yeah, you could make anyone
look like an absolute clown. So I guess it wasn't a social experiment at the end because
they had control over what they were showing.
It wasn't true.
It all just scares me a bit.
What?
Fame and reality TV show especially scares me. I think TV scares me. I'm going to put that out there. TV scares me. Because at least with YouTube, I have control over like when I screw up a word or whatever, I can like, cut it out. Or if I say something that I didn't mean in that way, I can edit it to make it how I did mean it.
Yeah.
But I guess when someone else has got control over that, like Big Brother, like someone else has control over your highlight reel.
About like being on TV, I did Sports Relief, Back to the Future, and we had 2 takes, and it's really fake as well. Like, it's really like crazily fake because you have like a studio audience, and they're like, scream, and they're like, ah, and they're like, come on, more energy before we come on, like trying to get the audience to clap.
Yeah.
And the audience were like crazy, man. Like this guy at the front, like, ah! Like they absolutely loved it. Crazy. Like honestly, that's no exaggeration. He's like, ah! Like just absolutely go for it. You must go to every like live ITV, like Sports Relief, Comic Relief, 8 out of 10 cats, everything that happens in that studio. Very good. He was very good at clapping. He loved it. Anyway, we did 2 takes of Gotta Start Somewhere, which is on YouTube somewhere.
It's really good.
Yeah, and it's fun. And there's a bit of choreography where I do this like sort of like drag run. And the first time, fine. The second time, like, because the floor was not like, as you can imagine, it was terrible to dance on.
Yes.
It was like really rubbery, like not a dancing floor. And my foot got stuck. So my foot got stuck, and then after that there's like a little turn in the air where you like pick up both your feet. And because of like my foot got stuck the step before that, I went to jump round, it was terrible, and as soon as I did it I was like, oh my god, that is so annoying. And they picked that take. I know, they picked the second take, because if you see it, I do like the drag run, and it's like a little, it should be like both your feet come up with the broom, or the like whatever, I think I've got a spade, or a rake, I can't remember, above your head. Yeah, so it's like that, you have no control of what happens with, like, because obviously if that was a YouTube video,
you'd pick the good one,
yeah, or picked a different angle, so you can't see that terrible shot of me like nearly falling over. But yeah, so it's interesting. Well, that was that. That was a bit of Broadway news, a bit of fame. People want fame, people don't want fame. Do you want fame? What for? Fame!
I'm gonna live forever.
Bye everyone.
Bye.
Bye. Be safe out there. Don't Do things this way. I'm making up a song, I don't know.
Go wasting your emotion. Save all your love. No, what is it?
Lay.
Lay all your love.
Lay all your love.
Lay all your love on me. Okay.
Dun 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 dun. Bye everyone. Bye.